I did like a big alert on TikTok recently, like, yo, stop what you're doing. Go and grab this player right now. Let's take a look at the top 5 waiver wire targets you need to focus on for fantasy basketball. The first person I want to take a look at is someone that honestly I did like a big alert on TikTok recently, like, yo, stop what you're doing. Go and grab this player right now. I got people responding in the comments like, why? He's injured. I'm like, come on, man. Where they do that at? Like, come on, man. We got to be better than that. We trying to get ahead. We trying to be 2 steps ahead of the competition. That's all I'm saying. So the person we're going to be taking a look at first is Jalen Johnson. He is out, like with a red O. He is not available to play right now. But there are reports that he will be coming back very soon. I believe he's practicing with the team right now. So he will be back hopefully by Tuesday. What does that mean for you? If you pounce on this right now and grab him, you might have to like deal with a little bit of struggle on maybe Monday on Christmas when you like are needing to stream a spot, but it will pay off in the long run, especially if you have a vacant IR spot. Like, just put the brother in there and let him chill out. Just put him on ice until it's time for him to come back. He's currently rostered in just 34% of ESPN leagues. Like, I don't care what size the league is for me. I'm like, I don't give a Shih Tzu puppy. I'm grabbing him and I'm stashing him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I wouldn't want you to miss out on that. So I don't really have many stats to perform. I would say to report on, I should say. I can say that before his injury on the season, he was averaging 29.9 minutes per game, which is a huge indicator. Like, I get it. When he comes back, you have to be prepared for them maybe easing him in because he's coming off of an injury. He's not coming off of a suspension for flashing a blicky on FB or IG or whatever, right? It's nothing like that. It's because he's hurt, so they might ease him back in. So be ready to maybe have to deal with a couple of games of not getting maximum value from him. But if you're patient and also if you're in a winning position, it can be a really great move for you. So the next player we want to take a look at. Oh, man. This is something that, man. And I reported out about this brother earlier than today, but it was on TikTok. So I just want to point that out. When you want your breaking news, like through the week, it's important that you follow me on TikTok. It's important that you follow me on Instagram. Because here on YouTube, we do have shorts, and you'll get information fast. But most of the people who view our content on YouTube or listen to our podcast, they get the weekly show. So they get like a layout of what's happening. And we record this show once a week. Now, if you want like those fast, like lightning fast updates on what's happening, that's where you want to be. So I did a report about him, Trayce Jackson-Davis, on TikTok a few days ago when I first saw him doing what he does, and I read about him, and I shared that with our community on TikTok, but I called him TJ Davis. So I wanted to just raise my hand and say, my bad. It's not TJ Davis. I was just like, oh, Trace, hoo-ha, TJ, right? So that was my bad. I gave him a nickname out the gate. It's Trayce Jackson-Davis, and the man is on fire. He's only rostered in 10.4% of ESPN leagues. There's an uptick in how many people are grabbing him, right? So he's one of the most added players right now on ESPN, so you want to pay attention to that. Also, in terms of his stats over the last 7 days, he's averaging 22.3 minutes per game, 11.8 points per game, 10.3 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 0.8 steals, But check this out, 1.3 blocks per game. Yo, that's one thing that Golden State they have not been able to get it right. It's like, what does it look like at the 5? Who is our center? And this is a young guy, right? So we've had, Looney, Sharich, all of these guys have been getting run at center, but this young man is like taking his flag and planting it down at center court, and trying to let people know that he is the future of the Warriors front court. So hopefully that continues. I have him in a couple of places, but if you don't have him and he is available, it's worth a shot. Give him a couple of weeks, see what he can do, but he is providing tons of value. In his last couple of games, actually, he's just been putting up great numbers. We got 39 fantasy points, 40, 38, 26, like decent numbers, but most importantly, consistent double digits and over 20. If you can get 40 fantasy points from him in a points league, that's great, but he's going to have big nights. So keep an eye out for him. Grab him now if he is available. Next player we want to take a look at is Aaron Naismith. Not someone I'm so crazy about, like, year to year. He hasn't been someone that is super exciting for me for fantasy. It is not the sexiest option, but I will say he's been cooking lately. He did have a dud on the 23rd of December where he stunk up the joint with 4 turnovers, only had 3 points, 3 rebounds, but he did manage to grab 2 steals. But before that, he was cooking with hot bacon grease. Check this out. Over the last 7 days, he's averaging 26.3 minutes per game, 12 points per game, 4 rebounds, 1.3 assists. Whew. Get ready for this, y'all. Come here. Come close. 2.3 steals per game. 2.3 steals per game. And also to just add to the defensive, prowess of this young man, 1.5 blocks per game. Gotta give a round of applause to that. I mean, that's wild. So if he's available on your waiver wire, he's someone I would roll the dice on, see what happens. Next up, we got Naz Reid. Now, Karl Anthony Towns has been banged up, and when he's banged up, Reid is a guy that you can plug and play. Over the last 7 days, he's averaged 20 minutes per game, 9 points, 3.3 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 1 steal, 0.8 blocks. So those numbers will go up if Towns continues to sit. He's only rostered in 37% of ESPN leagues, so he is available widely. If you need a big man, if you're in a category league and you need some rebounds, maybe even some blocks, he could be a legit option for you. Next up, someone we talked about on the show before, Jonathan Kuminga. I think it might have even been last week. He might have been one of the bonus players that we included. Listen, Kuminga is somebody that I've been waiting for him to be great. I've been waiting for him to blow up. I've been waiting for him to bring the ruckus in the Bay, but it just has not materialized. This season, something's happening. Something's cooking, and I'm just praying and hoping that it will be sustainable. So he's averaging 21.8 minutes on the season, but over the last 7 days, we've seen an uptick, 27.5 minutes per game, also averaging 15.5 points per game, up from 12.5 on the season. He's averaging 5.3 rebounds a game, up from 3.8 on the season. He's averaging 2.5 assists, 1 block per game. So again, Draymond is out. He's going to be out for a little while. Who knows? Kuminga might be able to lay out a solid foundation for him. They might see him being a piece of their future plans and might want to kind of let him run wild. We'll see what happens. I don't know how much I believe in that happening because Steve Kerr loves Draymond Green. Draymond Green could take a piss on his desk and he would be like, "Yo, you need a paper towel to clean that up? Can I help you clean it up?" Draymond gets away with a lot, and Lord forgive me, I'm not trying to say, I ain't trying to dish you, Draymond. I don't want no beef. I'm just saying. But come on, man. Draymond has been getting away with everything for years. This young man right here, everything, he's punching people. He's using people's balls as punching bags, yo. What? Where they do that at? This is not the WWE or the UFC. This is the NBA. Anyway, I would grab Kuminga and see what happens.